let me take you to my family house, or let me invite you for Thanksgiving dinner and all that stuff. Some of us guys don't really think that matters to the woman. For some of us, we know from high school that as long as you got money and you buy her some new bags, Gucci and Prada and all that stuff, she good. She my woman. I tell her sit there, put some money on her tie, she gonna sit there. That's
how old are
most
these?
Of them.
These are boys.
Thank you. That's what I was telling you. When you are talking about, let the guy go if he hasn't taken you to go see his parent.
I said 5 years.
It's maturity.
Exactly.
I said 5 years. I'm not going to be with an old man, a young man, 5 years, and we're still in the same position. That means we're not progressing.
Also, don't be scared or shy. Well, women play this thing. They call it mind games. None of us guys have time to read your mind.
Yes.
If you are in that state, you feel like, hey, I want to see your parent. Bring it up to the table. Hey, let's go see your parent. Like, I would like to meet some other part of your family and stuff, or other people. And it might be something he never thought about. And like, you know what? I'm seeing them this weekend. Come along.
Yes.
But if he tries to play,
we want y'all to read our minds. That's what you're saying.
We need to read the minds of money makers. Nuts. Come on, we need to make money. That's what we think. We think ahead. We think of the future. We're trying to make more money. How we can top up the money, and sometimes it takes the rest of our thinking and trying to interpret the woman's mind. Honestly,
because men don't think.
We think, not the way you guys think. Yeah, right.
Men don't think. Men think of one thing: sports.
It's a hobby. We strategize.
If it ain't about sports,
we follow. Most of us men, especially me, I follow principle. I feel like if I go out there, I'm going out there to make money. If I'm in here, it's family time. It doesn't mean when I'm out there, I'm not thinking of my family. I'm just like, I don't need to worry about my family, but I know they are fine because I left them in good situation. And that's how we think. But for women, when they step out there, they feel like they should be at home and be out there, which is understandable. So
what happens if you make that plan? Okay, I'm gonna take you to see my parents, or yes, come along, you can see my parents, and it never happened, and you just keep saying it. You keep saying it. Then what?
Well, put a date to it.
I mean, but then what?
Put a date to it.
That's what I said. Put a date. I said the same thing.
Yeah, we'll
put
go.
A date on it.
I've told you we'll go, but I haven't found time to go. Okay, let's make time for next week. Someone like me, I like putting dates or time to everything. Like if I fail, I know I fail. I have to make up for it. If I do it 2 times, 3 times, know
well, if you
that
put a date,
I'm
make sure you want to
it.
go with the decision when you put that date. Because some people, that's why they don't put a date, because they know what the decision may be.
Exactly.
Like,
they really not for.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
Yeah.
Like I was
but that's why he said you have to talk to and make sure. Hey. You
If
can't really demand.
Ready,
you can't
demand
anything. You have to
so
respect.
It's gonna be an issue
demand.
of when are you ready? When are you ready? What are you waiting for? How can I help you get ready? You can ask him that question. How can I help you get ready?
Yeah.
Am I not qualified? Throw it out there to the table.
Yeah,
give him something to think about.
You gotta have.
Exactly. Thank you. It's about the conversation. You don't expect us to just uncover your mind and read your mind like, oh, I know that walk. She wants to make my When I see that walk, I'm thinking about 9 p.m. So it's not, that I want to meet my parents. I want to meet your parents' walk.
Oh my God.
It's also about the conversation and stuff. And also how you bring the conversation to the table. You don't have to be naggy because you're going to be bringing out the part I don't want my parents to see. Because when you bring out an argument and stuff, I'm not going to see your parent. And you're like, that's why you're not going to see my parents. And you understand? Just because of little set-offs.
But not just parents. Like
you
said, it could be like your best friend. It could be
it's not
parents.
Just the parents.
You know, like she said, some people, their parents aren't living.
Right.
So it's so funny that we're having this conversation.
It's just crazy. Yeah. I've dated / been a friend to a person over 30 years and not yet I met their kids.
And that is your fault.
Because you didn't want to meet them.
I mean, it's not like we wasn't in like a serious relationship, but the point is,
I just think it's unfair. If I'm your friend,
you done met my whole family.
If I'm your friend and I'm not
that's not your
special
friend.
to you enough
to me
to meet your family or your children or 30 years, then that makes me question our friendship.
Yeah.
When I was in college, there's this lady I dated, and I wish she could meet my mom. I wanted her to meet my mom because I put her above anything aside from my mom. But I know she can't meet my mom because both her and myself would be out of existence. So my mom is that protective. So for her, she is willing. Every time she wants to walk past, because we have the restaurant and stuff, she wants to walk by the restaurant. She wants to come help, wants to come cook at the restaurant, just want to see me and stuff. But there's a time you cannot come around. If my mom sees you and asks questions, I'll deny you. Don't give me the opportunity to deny you. You understand? Because I know I wasn't ready for that. I know my mom was not ready for that, because when my mom see a woman around me, she knows exactly what's going to happen, and she wasn't ready for that, because she pulls her ear every time, like, if I see you with those women. So, more like that. And most times when we go home, the conversations we have at home, we know our parents are not ready to meet our significant other. For instance.
What parents are? A lot of times parents ain't never
let me
ready.
tell you, my son will come in and say, Mama, don't say nothing.
Oh, he's brave.
He'll tell me. He tells me when he brings a girl, he'll be like, don't say nothing. Because I tell him,
we don't never think nobody
I
don't want her to know I got kids.
That brings a sub point. Do you think when he brings a woman in, and to her, is she meeting you?
Is it special?
No.
Well, the woman that he's with now, I know that she's the one, because he introduced us.
Before then, if you don't get to
he has
drill
brought
her.
little girls around before, and it's like, don't say nothing.
It's the way they introduce
and you know when the one is, but that's like us. Like women, I think we just have to face the fact, face the truth.
Yeah.
You know when a guy is being 100% with you.
True.
That's whether he's young, whether he's old, and just. I'm at the point in my life now, I will just put it all on the line. Look, if I'm not the one for you, just tell me. Ain't no need of stringing each other along.
Why do I have to tell you if you already know?
I mean, the thing is, but that's where communication comes into play.
Right.
I'm giving you the chance to, let's talk about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I may be getting some wrong signals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not
very
always
much
right.
so.
Women, sometimes we go off the deep end sometimes.
Yes.
Because we are always sporadic. Women, sometimes we could get the wrong signal. I'm not saying we're always right.
Yeah.
But
a lot of times we are right.
Most of the time, 90% we're right.
Like the 1984 radio.
90% we're right. But that's when we can say, hey, listen, we're adults. What are we doing? Mm-hmm. But everything that we should do this day and age, because life is so short, should be about growth, should be about stability, should be about enjoying our lives. Not arguing, not frantic, not confusion.
True.
That's everything we do in life. So I'm going to answer the question, and then you answer, and then you, because we only have about 6 minutes.
Okay.
My take on the question, and it was a great show. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Welcome.
You guys
Thank
can catch us. I'll have you again. I had a good time.
Okay.
Listeners, my question is, I think if you know that he or she is the one, I don't think you should put a time frame on it.
True.
I definitely don't think it should take you a year. I think if we got to the point that we're together all the time and we're living together, you've met my mother, then I definitely think that I should be a part of the family, because I'm the type of woman that I want to do the same for your family as I do for mine. Right. That means if I do for my children, I want to do for yours. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to call your mother, speak to her as I speak to mine. I'm not the type of woman that families are separated. Mm-hmm. Your family, my family, we're all one family. Right. That's just me. I've never been the type to be a separate of, you know what I mean? Right. So I don't think it should be a time frame on it. I'm not going to wait around years and 2 years. I've said that plenty of times. That's just me. You guys can do what you want to do. But I know that a man, if he, and this coming from my father, if he feels that you are not the one, he's not going to take you around his children or his family. And that's when you have to make the decision if you are going to stick in that situation, because it does not feel good to be non-void in a relationship with a man that will not take you into his family to be a part of that family, because it doesn't feel good to not be a part of a man's family. That's just my take.
And from my own angle, of course, just like Char says, most importantly, have the conversation. Have the conversation. Don't make assumptions. Don't expect him to read some stuff. Ask the question. If you're scared to ask the question, he's probably as scared as you are to take you there or to even think about it. So ask the question. And I'll say one more thing. Once you go into a relationship, you think you've stayed beyond 2 months or something. If you're going into a relationship, past the first night, past the second night, go into that relationship with expectations. Like, okay, I want to go towards something. So I want to end up getting something from this. Go with some goals and have your checkbooks. Yeah. Once you meet your checkbooks, ask the questions or start asking some of those questions, and it might help solve things.
Right. And real quick, I know I said we was gonna go around the table. Always ask the guy what he is looking for when you meet him. Yeah. Like you said, because you know what you expect. I know what I want out of a relationship.
We're gonna lie about that part.
Well, I mean, you may lie, but always let the person know what you're looking for. Ask them, do you ever want to be married again? If no, you know what you're getting into when you get to that guy. Do you want a serious relationship? No? Okay, then he definitely ain't the one for me. Do you want kids again? Yeah, then I know I don't want kids again.
Those questions on day one?
You know, I mean, when you know that this is somebody that you may get serious with. You know, because women, we don't do that. We'll get with this guy and we will, not day one, but you still need to know who you're getting with. Because what we'll do is we will assume. Mm-hmm. We will assume too many times without asking these questions. You cannot assume that this person wants this or that. You have to know. Hey, he might not want kids and you may. You know, he may not want to be married again and you might.
And some people are not, they're dating to move up.
Right.
Move on,
some people just might be dating to or their roll out.
From a psychological aspect, I'm going to say you can't just go to the next man with your resume.
You go to a job with your resume. What's
it's a job.
It don't matter.
This is not a job.
It is.
You're looking for a job. You're looking for something that
is a job. But this is somebody you're going to be with the rest of your life.
He's going to work on you. And then still send you out the door.
That's okay.
But you want to go into a relationship where you can have fun, where you can be free.
Well, you're supposed to have fun.
As well, don't put the guy in bondage.
You don't want to go into it with too many expectations either. If he's just nothing and he just want to have a one night stand, you don't want to go into something with an expectation.
Understood. That's what I'm saying. Like after the second week, the third week, or something, depending on what you guys have done.
I'm not saying the first
it's not
day.
The first day.
Let's just say if y'all vibe, I like him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not saying the first day per se.
Well, we're not just not the first. Like, okay, I met you today.
Mm-hmm. No, come on. Now.
Do you plan on getting married again? Do you want any kids? No, that's not what I'm saying.
That was
I'm saying, we kicking it. He's cool. I like him.
But I'm like, if it's sex you want, and you come to me and say, look, I find you very attractive. Let's have sex.
And that is not true.
Just be honest. If that's what you want, tell me.
Let me throw it back to you. I bring my resume to an interview. I bring my resume to an interview and I tell you as my interviewer, like, hey, I just want this job for 2 weeks and I'm done. Oh, thank you. I just want 2 weeks and I'm done. Really? You're going to go in there and 2 weeks, no show. So...
You got a point. I guess you got a point.
You see what I'm saying?
You win.
Well, we wasn't really saying like
you
the
win.
first
but
day.
I mean, you still, once you know that you
let them know what you want.
This person. If this guy call you day 1, day 2, and like come over,
we're not saying day 1, day 2. I'm not gonna wait till I move you in and then ask you what you expect or what you want.
Checks up on you during the day and stuff. Like he thinks about you, he makes up you. You ladies know when the guy makes out time to like do some important things even without seeing you for a whole week. And you're like, when he sees you...
They'll make time. You understand
what I'm saying?
But I'm saying you don't want to be...
I don't got time for you until we meet. And when we meet, we got to see the bedroom.
But you don't want to be there for a whole year. And be
it's been a great show, y'all. We got about 45 seconds. We got to wrap it up. You guys can catch me each and every Wednesday on the Evening Wind Down. It's your girl, Char, the Super Chick.
Kenny Uche Bobby.
LaTanya, EUP Production. Tell them about what you do, Kenny.
I'm a cook, I'm an MC, I'm an actor, and I do a whole lot of creative stuff. And you can always search for me and connect with me at kubconnect@gmail.com or kubconnect/ Facebook.com.
All right, y'all. That is my time. It's been a great show. Make sure you guys plug the show. Go to Spreaker.com. Go to iHeartRadio.com.